This is the Mercedes SLS AMG. Now this car is iconic in many different ways. First, it has the gullwing doors originated from the Mercedes gullwing. It then has the naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8. And it also is a milestone for Mercedes Benz AMG. So today I'm really honored to be able to drive this car here. Big thanks to SternGarage here in Switzerland for giving me the opportunity to take this car out for a drive today. Iconic. This is a big keyword for the SLS AMG, and this is a car that I've wanted to drive for such a long time, and it is also part of this amazing era of the modern classic sports car sort of, and this really is the gentleman's sports car. Now, as mentioned in the beginning, this car has a 6.2 liter V8 naturally aspirated, as you can hear. It produces 571 horsepower and accelerates from 0 to 100 in only 3.8 seconds ish. So quite astounding numbers actually. And as also mentioned, this car is a huge milestone for AMG as well, because this is the first car they have fully developed themselves. Previous cars such as the Mercedes SLR were collaborations with McLaren. So this car was fully developed by AMG. It was first presented in 2009, they then launched it in 2010, and they have sold over 13,000 of these cars. The question is, where are all these cars? Now, driving this car on the first meters, you instantly notice, of course, the huge engine, the 571 horsepower, and I mean, this car is 15 years old, right? The gearbox, you would say, is rather slow. But this is, again, what makes this car so beautiful and so special. I have to say also, the cockpit is very spacious. Obviously, the door seals, they take up a lot of space, but fun fact, when opening the gullwing doors, they only use 40 centimeters to the side, which is less than a normal door. So that itself is quite cool as well. And then when sitting in the cabin here, you have a lot of space. Obviously the headroom is quite limited. I'm not the tallest person, and even for me it is not really that high, but you have great visibility over the long bonnet. You have an analog display with these chrome elements here. You then also have the vents that assemble sort of like a fight jet style, so that is cool as well. The center console in full carbon with the driving modes. You can manually get the wing out in the back. You also have an AMG button, so you can also get in race mode. But other than that, it is a driving machine, and this is exactly what we're going to do, because we're going to head into sport now, which is done like that. Then we're going to open the window with the dual clutch 7-speed gearbox, speed shift as Mercedes calls it. We're going to head down into second, and then the 571 horsepower really come to life. I mean, the rumble of this exhaust, stunning. And as mentioned, you know, you always have this second until the gear kicks in, even in sport. But the emotions you get from driving this car. You also have some shift lights here up front, and I mean, every car that has shift lights is just such a cool feature. And then you also see these air vents in the bonnet up front, which is such a spectacular view. But yeah, I mean, this car is, for me as well, one of the most iconic Mercedes AMGs. This is peak for me, because they used this car in Formula 1 as the official safety car, I think, from 2010 to 2013. So that's when I always used to watch the SLS go around track, and just something special about this car. And I mean, we have 1600 kilograms of weight, which it's not the lightest, to be fair, but still you don't feel it. And I'm honestly very impressed, obviously, with the naturally aspirated engine, how quick the response is, how good it is on the throttle, and also with the suspension, you know. I mean, it's a Mercedes, right? It's built well, and you feel that when driving. So then, to the question, where have all these cars went? Out of the 13,000 units they've produced, they made several editions. They have a SLS Roadster, they have a SLS Black Series, a SLS GT Final Edition, so many different editions. But for some reason, the classic SLS with the gull-wing doors is the one that has really gotten a collector's item next to the SLS Black Series. When the car first launched, it cost around 160,000 Swiss francs. And good examples like this one with only 11,000 kilometers, they go for around 220,000. So actually quite insane, but as mentioned, it is an iconic car for Mercedes. The design language of this car is very unique as well. We have the very short back, and we have the long bonnet with the big engine in the front. I've had a look before, actually. You have the engine, but you still have so much space up front. So a very unique design language on the exterior as well. And even with the engine being this big and the rear being this short, they managed to get almost a 50-50 ratio, because as similar to the Alfa Romeo 8C that I did a video on a few weeks ago, we have a transaxle style build. So we have the gearbox sitting on the rear axle, and we have the front engine moved slightly to the center. So that still, because of the unique design and looks, they still managed to get this almost center ratio, which obviously just adds to the fun and joy of driving. Alright, so massive thanks again to SternGarage for the opportunity. This is a big moment for me as well. SLS AMG, such an iconic car, such a cool car to drive, and the fact that I've been given the chance and opportunity to also share it with you is quite amazing as well. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them down below, and otherwise, as per usual, I'll see you guys soon.